Hey, Shalom, Israel. I'm priest and officer of 1,000, officer of war. And to my right,
I'm priest and officer of 500 Mathumyard.
joined by priest and officer of 1,000, officer of YAHANNA. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia Sabbath service. Once again, we'd like to begin the service by saluting all the men of Israel out of the one.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua
And salute all the Akhwati and all the sisters. Yahweh Shema Aratah. Right. Yahweh Shema Aratah by Hashem Yahushua. Right, this is the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K. has been bringing out the truth of the Bible that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, chosen people of God, the biblical and ethnic Jews of antiquity. Right? And found our identities. 1969, the Lord revealed to us who we are, and since that time, we've been trying to gather the 12 tribes and restore our people to one nation. Right, so begin the service by a minute here at I.S.U.P.K. Upside by Hayah, present thyself and thy registry. I bad Hayah, Ban Banyami and Banyashala. Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Got an incense? One more time, sure. Chalice, Bakusha. Yes.
I see it. Great.
Another bottle. YAHSHUA, which means to Israel. And Madiam, Saw, Wapanya, Hakudam. Stand, turn, and face the east.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Tabashamayim.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Malakufka.
Taba'ah.
Batazaka.
Hayah.
Aisha. Baratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Mathumyard. Mathum. Ka. Yawum. Wasalach now. Kabawak now. Hasalach now. Kabawak now. Abi'anawa. Nasai one. Ball. Washainawa. Ayud. Right. Ayud. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Allah. The Para.
Amen.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. Please forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
So be it.
Pray for the cock in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Babakashah.
Nathanael.
Haka.
Haka. Lapa.
Kamakala.
Kamadawa.
Haka.
Latahar. Amatazariah. Haka.
Lahakuyum.
Amathi.
Haka.
Arakawa.
Atama'ala.
Agar-shun.
Shem Yahshua.
Shem Yahshua. Tawada Aman.
Right? Power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Blessings of Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
Wagasharal.
YAHANNA.
Wabayah-Sapar.
YAHANNA.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Tawada Amun.
Tawada Amun.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Power social blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
YAHANNA Shai.
Wamayaka'ala.
Wamayaka'ala.
Alahayim.
Walahayim.
Mataz of Ya'ah.
Mataz Biyah.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak.
Alawak.
Asabrani.
Asaranya.
Watazayani.
Akwana Sayanya.
Akayayani.
Akayayani.
Waha Akwaku.
Waha Wafi.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Tawada Amun.
Tawada Amun.
Our structure blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh
And
Shai.
Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angels.
Commander General Yohanan.
Commander General
The
Yohanan.
generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And assistants.
And assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so big.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 prayer in Hebrew. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Hori.
Ahorim. Ma'ayad. Yaba'ah.
Azor.
Azoria. Azoria.
Ayin.
Ma'ai.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shamayim.
Shemayah.
Baratisa.
Baratisa.
Agathon.
Ayathon.
Mawat.
Samawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Ayanawum.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Anala'a.
Anala'a.
Yanawum.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yagashun.
Yagashun.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Ashwala.
Yashwala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Zalka.
Alya.
Alya.
Yaminka.
Yaminka.
Yawamum.
Yawamum.
Hashemah.
Hashemah.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Yarak.
Bayrak.
Layala.
Layala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Mikara.
Kara.
Shamor.
Shamor.
Napashka.
Atapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamor.
Yashamor.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Yabu'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'athur.
Baita.
Abu'ayda Walum.
Wa'ida Wula.
124 songs in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my
My
help?
help cometh from Yahweh,
My help coming from Yahweh.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and
He
earth.
would not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by
nor the
day,
moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
All evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
and thy coming in
Coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth,
and even forevermore.
and forevermore.
Psalms 83 prayer in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Adam Melaka.
Adam Melaka.
Karash.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Wa'al-Tashakwat.
Al-Kayana.
Al-Kayahana.
Abu-Yabika.
Al-Yabika.
Hamagabun.
Hamayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imika.
Al-Aimika.
Ayawayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Agathur.
Wayitha.
Ayatasawwa.
Yahitazawa.
Ayatasabawanyaka.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Akawa.
Akawa.
Munakakidu.
Munakakidu.
Goya.
Goya. Wala'ah.
Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Shom Yasharala.
Shemashwala.
Yawada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ayatasawwa.
Wa'ayitazawa.
Ba.
Baba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Karathwa.
Yakaratwa.
Ahaliya.
Ahaliya.
Adawum.
Adawam.
Wagashima Aliya.
Washima Aliyam.
Wa'aba.
Mawaba.
Wa'abori.
Wa'agori.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalat.
Amalat.
Halashat.
Halashat.
Amishat.
Amishab.
Kazawar.
Kazawar.
Kamashawar.
Kamashawar.
Alawat.
Alawat.
Mum.
Mum.
Ayawa.
Aywa.
Sarawat.
Sarawat.
Abundalawat.
Abundalawat.
Salat.
Salah.
Aishalahum.
Aishalahum.
Amadi.
Kamadi.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabi.
Kayabi.
Banaka.
Wanaka.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Ashamadwa.
Ashamadwa.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ira.
Ayawa.
Aywa.
Daman.
Daman.
Adama.
Adama.
Ayathumwa.
Ayathumwa.
Dagabawa.
Damadwa.
Ka'ira.
Kaira.
Kaza Abba.
Kazaba.
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 Katazab.
Katazal.
Mana'ai.
Mana'ah.
Kaunasi Kumwa.
Kaunasi Kumwa.
Ashur.
Ashura,
Amorwa,
Ashura,
Agabasha,
Arusha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ah, Nawa,
Nawa,
Alahayud,
Alaya,
Alahayud,
Alaya,
Sagatumwa,
Sayathumwa,
Gagala,
Gagla, Aquas,
Hangi Babaka,
upon your Rabaka, Kaash,
Ira, Ira,
Ira, Ira,
Kalahaba,
Wakalaba, Kalahat,
Haragum,
Harayam,
Khan,
Ka,
Taradap,
Taradap,
Basarika,
Basarika,
Basa,
Basa,
Wapaka,
Path,
Kabahalum,
Tabala,
Mala'a,
Allah,
Khan,
Ka,
Taradapma,
Taradap,
Basarika,
Basarika,
Basa,
Basa,
Wapaka,
Path,
Kabalum,
Tabala,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Hangahum,
Panya,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayaba Koshwa,
Shaka,
Shakta,
Hawa,
Yahawa,
Bashwa,
Tabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Abadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wadawa,
Ayata,
Kayata,
Shamka,
Shakta,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Baka,
Tabak,
Agama,
Ayawa, Akawartaza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold out thy
And
peace.
be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O
For
Yahweh.
lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
let us cut them
For
off.
being a nation,
be the nation,
that the name of Israel
the name of
may
Israel,
be no more remembered.
maybe no more remember,
But they have consulted together.
but they have consulted
What
together.
one could say,
What can
they
say?
are confederate against
They are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacles of Edom,
and the
and the
Ishmaelites
Israelites
of Moab
of Moab,
and the
and
Hagarene,
the Hagarene,
Gabor
Gabor,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of
Tyre.
Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Sure, also was joined with
They
them.
have hope for the children of
they
Lot.
have hope for the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
As to
as
Sarah,
to Jabez,
as to the
at
bed,
the brook of Kishon,
at the brook of Kishon,
which perished in the north.
perished in
They
the north.
became a dung for the earth.
They became a dung for
Make
the
their
earth.
nobles like Oreb,
the nobles like a
like
red.
Siad,
Yeah,
yea,
yeah.
all their princes,
All the princes,
as Zabah
as Abba,
and as
and
Amunah,
as Amunah,
who
who
said,
said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of the Most High
Of the Most High,
in possession.
possession.
O my power,
Oh,
my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a
as
wheel,
the stubble before the wind,
As the stubble before the
as
wind,
the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth
and
the
as
wood,
the flame set the mountains on fire.
and the flames have the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid,
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O
O
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be
and
confounded
trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Good.
let them be put to shame
Let me put this shame.
and perish,
And perish,
that men may know
Let
they
me
know
know
that thou,
Thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High
the Most High,
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sar, should we turn? Remain standing. Shabbat. Son of Christ. Water for all the brothers and sisters tuning in to the Sabbath service. Today is the high holy day. Officer Hayah always remind me, it is a high holy day, Sabbath day, high holy day that comes every week. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Lord's Sabbath. You understand? The seventh day of the week. First day of the week beginning with Sunday to Friday. All right. So we thank you for joining us. We're going to turn our Bibles to Numbers 7 and 27. We're going to read in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read in the English so you can understand what we just read in the Hebrew. So, you know, you can follow along if you have a Blue Letter Bible app, or if you have a Torah in your hand, in your house, get your Torah, or just read along when we start doing the English. Okay, we ask you to share the class to your friend group. Put a comment, because the comments help our videos get into the algorithm. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that, but it does help the work. As we're doing the work of the Lord, you could do your part as part of the body at home by helping this message get to our brothers and sisters. You understand? So we ask you to do all the prerequisites, you know, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You understand? So yes, if you're a member of the I.S.U.P.K, you can still subscribe. Even if you're watching the class on your TV, Put your phone, pull up the YouTube app, or you go to Facebook and pull up the class on Facebook. Give it a like and just have it playing as you're watching on your TV. The more devices, the more views we get, the more eyeballs, we could put this class in front of.
Right.
Because you can see the Lord is ramping it up. This morning I woke up to news of the United States carrying out a military action in Venezuela, and they literally captured the president of Venezuela and his wife and locked them up, and they're on their way to the United States. So now, we see that Babylon is flexing their muscles. Well, Venezuela is partnered with Russia. So now Russia's looking at that as an aggressive action. As a matter of fact, they made a statement and said it seems like an aggressive action. So the Lord is ramping it up. So what is our responsibility? We need to come together as that nation.
Right.
We need to return back to the law, statute, judgment, commandments. You understand? This revolution, it is going to be televised, but it also starts with you. So how do you start the revolution? Do we ask you to pick up arms? No, even though you should have a gun in your house, if it's legal in your state, you carry it, you are legal to do so. I advise you to get a weapon, but also, because Christ said that. What did he say?
Right.
Sell your garment for a sword?
Right.
But bigger than that, the weapons of our warfare is not carnal. Meaning the weapons that we use is the laws of the Most High. Our morality is what's going to save us out of this kingdom. We don't have to lift a finger. You understand? But we do have to what? Start keeping these laws. Stop eating crab, shrimp, and lobster. Swine's flesh. Get out of these fake religions. Because these religions is lulling you to sleep. While they have you singing and dancing, the number of what they call them, so-called racist groups or anti-black groups is multiplying daily. And your pastor is not teaching you who your natural born enemy is. If I could, Officer Bob, can you get Deuteronomy 28 and I think, 47 for our enemies? So you could know the people that this thing happened to, this is who you are today. If this is in your history, then this Bible is talking to you.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
You shall serve our who?
Enemies.
Start at 47.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Because we didn't serve God. Going to church is not serving God. Beating a tambourine and singing hymnals is not serving God. Because we did not serve the Lord thy God, read on.
And with gladness of heart.
With gladness of heart. Meaning we was willing to do it. We had to be forced to go to these different churches. You understand? Read on.
For the abundance of all things.
And God gave us everything. Well, guess what we wanted? We wanted to be like the heathen nations round about us. Read on.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the white man is our what?
Enemies.
The African is our what?
Enemies.
The East Indian is our what?
Enemies.
The Arab is our what?
Enemies.
The Chinese is our what?
Enemies.
The Japanese is our what?
Enemies.
The Polynesian Islands are what?
Enemies.
The Aborigines of Australia are what?
Enemies.
You understand? These are our enemies. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Everything you need, you got to go to your enemies. Everything. Food, clothing, shelter, anything you need to get married, to have a baby, for the want of all things. So, because we didn't serve God, so if we want to get all these things back, what is our responsibility? To return back to our identity, return back to the law, statute, judgment, and commandments, and return back to our God as the holy nation. Holy meaning what? Separate nation, separate from every other nation on the earth. So we're going to go into the reading of the Matamiad. If you want to start it, kick it off.
Go.
Book of Numbers 7 and 27 in the last one, Kodash.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 7, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Korah, Akkad, Bun, Bakwar, Ayaw, Akkad, Kabash, Akkad, Bun, Shana, Thawat, Al, so La, La, verse 28. Shayar, Izium, Akkad, Ta'ath, verse 29. Wala Zabak, Hashalamayim, Bakwar, Shanyum, Ayalom, Kamasha, Ithadium, Kamasha, Kabashium, Banya, Shana, Kamasha, Za, Karaban, Alaya, Bun, Kalan, Pa. Verse 30. Bunwa, Bayawum, Hara, Yaya, Nasha, Ya, Labanya, Ra'a, Wabun, what's up, Auburn, Allah, Ya, Tazawar, Bun, Shada, Yawar, verse 31. Quara, Nawa, Kwai, Rath, Kasa, Akaf, Shala, Shiyam, Wama'a, Masha, Kwala, Mazarak, Ka, Kasa, Shabayim, Shakwal, Bashakwal, Kwadash, Naya, Shun Yahum, La Ayum, Salah, Bala, Wala, Bashamawa, no, sorry, Bashaman, Laman, Naka, verse 31. It's like verse 32. Akad, Aishara, Zahab, Mala'a, Patara, verse 33. Akad, Bun, Quar, Ayal, Akad, Kabash, Akad, Bun, Shanathawa, La'ila, verse 34.
That was it.
That was it, sir? What's up?
This is the book of Numbers, the 7th, verse 27. One young bullock, one ram, one lamb of the first year for a burnt offering. Verse 28. One kid of the goats for a sin offering. Verse 29. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Eliab, the son of Eliam. Verse 30. On the 4th day, Eleazar, the son of Shador, prince of the children of Reuben, did offer. Verse 31. His offering was one silver charger of the weight of 130 shekels, one silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. Verse 32. One golden spool of 10 shekels full of incense. Verse 33. One young bullock, one ram, one lamb of the first year for a burnt offering.
We're gonna take the next 7.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Do you want to give them the context of war about what we're talking about in verses number 7:1 through 3? Can you read that real fast? This book of Numbers 7 and verse 1. And it came to pass on the day that Moses had fully set up the tabernacle and had anointed it and sanctified it and all the instruments thereof, both the altar and all the vessels thereof, and had anointed them and sanctified them. Verse 2. That the princes of Israel, heads of the house of their fathers, who were the princes of the tribes and were over them that were numbered, offered. Verse 3. And they brought their offering before the Lord, 6 covered wagons and 12 oxen, and a wagon for 2 of the princes, and for each one of an ox, and they brought them before the tabernacle.
So what is this? Process and procedures. If you've been following along in the whole book of Numbers and Leviticus, we've been seeing the process and procedures of the priesthood. So now remember, he said, we did everything for the sanctuary, for the tabernacle. Remember, getting the skins and the fabrics, a certain type of wood to be cut, how to set up the altar. And then now the prince will be what? The chief men among each tribe. You understand? So Judah would have a prince among Judah. That brother would bring the wagon. He will bring the cattle and whatever Moses and Aaron required for them to bring as an offering.
Right.
So that's what we're reading now. So we're going to start reading in the Hebrew again.
Fine.
You want to add anything else to that, Bible?
No, you really nailed it.
Okay. Something thumb yet? Add anything?
No, too much.
Okay, no sign. Right.
This book of Numbers, 7 and verse 34. Sha'ayar is the Yom Akkad La Chata'af, verse 35. Wala Zabak Ha Shalom Yom Bakwar Shunyam Yalam Cha Masha I Thad Yum Cha Masha Kabashyam Banya Shana Cha Masha Za Kwa Rabban al Yazawar Bun Shada Yaiwar, verse 36. Ba Yawam. Oh, yes. Ba Yawam Ha Mayash Ya Nashaya La Banya Sham Mai Wan Shalama Ya'al Bun Taza War Yashadya, verse 37. Quarab Nawa Qua Ra Kasap Akath Shalashyam Wama'a Mashakwala Mazarak Akkad Kasap Shabayam Shakor Ba Shakor HaKodash Shana Yaham Malaayam Salah Bala Wala Ba Shaman Lama Nakha. Verse 38. Ka Akath Ashara Zahab Mala Aha Quatara. Verse 39. Par Akkad Ban Ra Aya Akkad Kabash Akkad Ban Shanathwa La La. Verse 40. Sha'ayar Azoyam Achad La Ka Ta'ah. That was in the 7. This is the book of Numbers, the 7 and verse 34. One kid of the goats of a sin offering, verse 35, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Elizur, the son of Shador. Verse 36. On the 5th day, Shalamiel, the son of Zorashadai, prince of the children of Simeon, did offer. Verse 37. His offering.
So now we're reading, remember we read earlier about the princes of each tribe. Now we're going to read about the offering that each of these princes brought and the name of the princes. So these are the name of the princes he's going to be reading. It's like a verse.
His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels. 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. Verse 38. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense. Verse 39. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering. Verse 40. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering.
So we was balling. We had bread. We had bread of monies today. Shaqualium. Right. We had wealth. Everything in the temple was wealthy. Right. Back then, different skins of different animals. How much leather costs today? You see the value of leather. Leather never lost its value. Right. Throughout the generations and kingdoms, leather have never lost its value. Silk, linen, the value of those material and fabrics never went down. Right. So even the tools we used to serve, it says 1 golden spoon, and the spoon was filled with 10 shekels full of incense. So this is a golden spoon, and it had the worth of 10 shekels of incense in this spoon. How wealthy were we? Not just 1 shekel, but 10 shekels. Right. Inside a golden spoon. That's how we was rolling. This is how important it is to read our history to see what we lost. Right. And why it's so important to get it back. Because if it don't mean nothing, then it's just words on pages. Right. But it shows us what we have lost. Right. In this place. And for the scraps that we're fighting for today, to get a job, a slavery. That's why you don't want to come into the truth, into the I.S.U.P.K. Because of a job. What your family's going to say, your co-workers. Man, look at what we lost, man. A prince of each tribe. The wealth that we had. The leaders we had. Because Aaron and Moses were the leaders. Look at the leaders we had. Right. That gave us clear directions on how to operate. Do this, that, and the third. And as the people, we follow. Look at us today. Outside of the UPK, as a nation of people, we have no direction. Some is Democrats, some is Republicans, some is libertarians, some is atheists, don't believe in nothing. Some is agnostic. Some of us is, second-class citizen to the Muslims. Some of us is in witchcraft. We suffer from tribalism. Right? Some of us plagued with madness. Because they said that there's a study done that racism actually makes black people crazy. Because we don't have no outlet to displace all the anger we feel from all the oppression that's coming down upon us. Why is the I.S.U.P.K important? Because the scripture teaches us wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times. So what's the stability mean? It stabilizes your mind. It lets you understand why the things in the world is operating the way it's working. Why is the police unaliving only innocent black men and nobody else is getting unalived by the police by numbers, right? Per capita. Why? Because we are the ones that was given the laws, as it says in Psalms 147. So we are held accountable. We broke God's laws, and he told us through Moses he was going to punish us.
Right.
Well, today we're saying that you're not the villain in this story. You could change your generational curses.
Right.
How? By returning back to the laws of the Most High. Returning to your identity.
Right.
What is your identity? As the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the chosen people of the Most High God, Yahweh in the Hebrew.
Right.
You understand? Put away the sin. You understand? Put away the drugs, the crime, the murder, the selfishness. You understand? Put away these false idols and these false gods. Love your brothers and sisters, the most important thing, and love the Most High enough to know that God is not Jesus and Jesus
Right.
is not God. That Jesus Christ is a God, but he's not the God.
Right.
You understand? And understand the psychology of why people saying that. Why do we think Christians want to make Jesus God? Because if Jesus, Officer Ibad,
Right.
is supernatural, then we can't follow his example.
Right.
Because he had an advantage. He was supernatural.
Right.
So they don't want Christ to be a regular man like me and you.
Right.
Because then they could have the excuse built in, oh, I can't be holy like Christ. I can't be perfect. Yes, you can obtain perfection.
Right.
Christ did it in the flesh. Satan tempted Christ, as Satan tempts all of us. You understand? So that's why it's important to read these laws, to get back to the reading, the process and the procedures. Yes, it might be mundane and monotonous, but it's showing us what we lost.
Right.
We had a government. You know, it's so funny that we're reading this. Commander General YAHANNA had video out on social media. He was going back with the dude, he called himself Huckleberry or whatever his name is. I don't remember what the devil's name is, right?
Justin
But this
Stowe.
devil, what was his name?
Justin Stowe.
Justin Stowe, right? He said, black people can't run SHIT. But when you're reading the Bible, we're reading it now.
Right.
This is how we reading how we ran our society. We built the sanctuary, the tabernacle. We had to go get fabrics for it, overlay it with gold.
Right.
How could you get a golden spoon, Officer Ibad?
Right.
Obviously, you had to have a goldsmith. You had to have somebody that was skilled in jewelry design.
Right.
We had to have carpenters to cut the wood. We had to have surveyors to map out the land, which was the best place to build a sanctuary.
Right.
We had herdsmen, farmers, to know what type of cattle to offer as a sacrifice. The different produce that each cattle produce. Some you have dairy cattle, you have cattle for, just you use, for grazing the land, for meats, for manure,
Right.
different horses, husbandry. That's all part of our government and our society. We're reading about the process and procedures of a government, if you didn't know that.
Right.
So Commander General YAHANNA laid it down flat that this dude don't know what he's talking about. He said, you shouldn't listen. You shouldn't be listening to white people because this is the caveman.
Right.
You didn't know they only came out of the cave 600 years ago.
Right.
This year in 2026, they're supposed to be selling what? Celebrating 250 years of the United States government, right? Of America, 250 years old, right? So add the 250 years from the United States and then the end of the 15th, 16th century of Europe. The Renaissance. So count from the Renaissance period to now, that's how long they've been out of the caves. They always lived in the caves. You understand? So don't listen to these cave people. So what we're reading about the process and procedures of running a government. We left off side by
41.
All right, so I'm gonna take the next 7, 41 to 47.
Yes.
And the last one, Kodesh. All right, is there any questions in the chat?
Let me check. Well, I can check.
About Kushak, you check. Yeah, you know what? Let me screen this class. Is the link in the chat? The link for this class?
What you mean?
Because I want to link to it and then stream this class on my channel.
I didn't send it to you. You want me to send it to you?
Bible Kushak,
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, let me
yeah,
send it.
so nah, he's gonna send me the link.
No, I was just saying there's no questions.
No questions? Okay. Sure. All right, so Officer Muthamiya, if you could, you highlight everybody in the chat real quick. Officer Ibad. Yeah. And just call them out who you see in the chat, Officer Muthamiya. As Officer Ibad, pull them up, just call out the names.
Mariah Oliver, 44.
Hey, Shalom, Yabashim. All right, Shalom, your price. You skip over me. You have another sister.
Adrena Woods.
All right, Shalom. Low price. Do you see Sister Sharabah? Sharabah, Shalom, Lord in Christ. All right, we got Priest and Officer Bakari Allah in the house. All right, Shalom, Lord Christ.
He's saying he can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Okay.
And Nicole Davis.
All right, Sister Calathia. Hey, sis, you got to put your Hebrew name on your profile. Yeah, we don't know Nicole. We know Calathia. All right, so the water for joining us, brothers and sisters. All right, let me go back to the Hebrew. This is number 7 and verse 41. Wala tabak hashala mayum bakor shanyum ayalum hamasha taza fadayum kamasha kabash yum Banya, Shanya, Hamasha, Za, Kwaraban, Shalama, Yaol, Khan, Taza, War, Yasha, Daya, Bayawam, like verse 42, Bayawam, Hasha, Shayam, Shaya, Nashaya, Ya'a, Labanya, Gad, Alaya Sak, Bun, Da'ai wa all, verse 43, Kwara Banwa, Kwa'ai Rath, Kasap, Akath, Shala Shayum, Wama'ah, Mashakwa La'a, Mazarak, Hakad, Kasap, Shaba'ayum, Shakwal, Bashakwal, Hakwarak, Hakwadash, Slakia, Shaba Yahum, Mala Ayum, Allah, Bala Wala, Bashaman, Lamanaka. Verse 44. Kap, Akaf, Aishara, Zahab, Mala'ah, Quatarath, verse 45, Par, Akkad, Bun, Bakwar, Ayo, Akkad, Kabash, Akkad, Bun, Nathawa, La'ila, verse 46, Sha'ai, Yar, Zayum, Akkad, Lakata'af, verse 47, Wala Zabak, Pashala Mayum, Bakwar, Shanayum, Ayalam, Kamasha, Aitha Dayum, Kamasha, Kabashayum, Banya, Na, Kamasha, Za, Kwaraban, Ala Yasa, Bun, the I were all. Right. Year 41.
Okay. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 7, verse 41 in English. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Shalamiel, the son of Zurishadai. Verse 42. On the 6th day, I.S.U.P.K, the son of Dual, prince of the children of Gad, offered. Verse 43. His offering was one silver charger of the weight of 130 shekels, a silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. Verse 44. One golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of I.S.U.P., the son of Dual. That's the end of the course.
More. That's lucky. Go ahead, upside by you could if you want.
Yeah, it's like as Hawar have been saying, it's process and procedure. It's we just giving out the leaders of Israel, giving out the offerings to the priest as what they supposed to do. Each head of each nation, of each tribe, is going to give their portion to the priests, and that's what we read. And we read in process and procedure. Anything you want to add, Mathamiad?
Yeah, like you said, sir. Yeah, this is how we did things in the past. The U.S. got a government right now, and they got the way they do things. You know, every other government right now, they have the way they do things. They have their laws and the way they govern their land. Understand? This is how we did it in the past. We have like what we're reading right now, what we've been reading for the past few months about all the different sacrifices we make. Like Officer Ward was saying earlier on how we build tabernacles. You understand? And how we had to get fabrics for it and everything like that. This is just how we did things. This is how we got down. This is how we did things under the Most High. You know what I'm saying? How He instructed us to do things. So it's important, to follow along and try to get some understanding about it. You understand? Because every other government, they look at what they do as important, and they want to know everything, the ins and outs about it. You understand? I don't see why we can't. I mean, that's why we go over it every Saturday. You know, we could, so we could share the knowledge with our brothers and sisters.
That's right.
So,
and that's how we rebut and refute the lies and the propaganda against our people. You understand? Because we are people that have lost our identity.
Right.
And because we lost our identity and we grope about, as the scripture says, in noonday, trying to cover ourselves with all different covering, with all different type of belief system, right? And we're the nation that's hated, the nation not desired. Somebody like, you know, Huckleberry, Justin Stoll, or whatever his name is, could get on social media and, you know, besmirch our reputation as a nation, saying we don't know how to run stuff. You was in the caves when we was running the earth.
right.
We ran the earth.
Right.
Like I said, the oppressor was in the caves of Europe and the caves of the Middle East. If I could, overside Bob, to take a little turn real quick. Could you get me what is it? Genesis? Is it 26 or 36? Let me see. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, Genesis 36 and read 36 and 1 and then 36 and 8.
Yes. This is the book of Genesis from 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
Where did Esau live?
Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
In Mount Seir. Mountain. The caveman. That's where they live. That's where Esau lived. In Mount Seir. Drop the overside back. Give me the book of Obadiah. If you could, Babu Shah.
Yes.
So, can you get me Job 30? Start at 5. Right overside back.
This is the book of Obadiah, the 1 in verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning that same nation again, we read Edom, Esau lived in Mount Seir, right? Esau is Edom. And Edom lived in Mount Seir. So now see what Obadiah says about Esau. Read.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Where did they live?
The clefts of the rock.
Where did they live?
The clefts of the rock.
The white man is a what?
In the clefts of the rock.
Lived in the clefts of the rocks, in the cliffs, in the caves of Mount Seir, and then the Caucasus Mountains. How did they get there? Let's find out how did they get there. Officer Mathomia, let's read how the white man got into the caves.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 5. Verse 5.
In fact,
they were driven forth among men.
They were driven forth from among the dark nations because they looked weird. They were red and hairy. So the dark nations said, let's get these weirdos, these red people, the hell out of here. They sleeping with our goats. They sleeping with our dogs. They were into bestiality. Right? They were unclean and vagabonds. Read on.
They cried after them as after a thief.
Isn't the white man a thief? Every Sunday, Captain Shapar and Officer Ibad and myself, we go into these great inventions that black people made. Now, you know what's so funny about this class and what we're talking about right now, Officer Ibad? Officer Mathomia, what did that hillbilly Justin Stoll say? They created all these things, but we read on social media that all these great inventions came out of the mind of the black man.
Right.
The cell phone and the cell phone battery.
That's right.
The laundromat and the laundromat machines.
Right.
Steam engines, the switch system to run the locomotives. The real McCoy, he made that part to make it function well.
Right.
Vaccines, medical inventions, blood from plasma, the airplane. What is he talking about? These are inventions that came out of the mind of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the chosen people of God, the 12 tribes of Israel. and the oppressor stole our ideas. Read that again. They cried after.
They cried after them as after a thief.
Because when the oppressor comes around, they steal everything. They came to America. What did they do? They stole America from the Native Indians. That's the proof. We're on stolen land right now. So we cried after them as after a thief. They stealing our goats. They stealing our culture. Yo, let's get them up out of here. Let's chase them up into the caves where nobody lives at. Read on.
Verse 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valley.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valley, Mount Seir and the Caucasus Mountains. Read on.
In caves of the earth.
Where did the white man live?
In caves of the earth.
Justin Stoll is a what?
In caves of the earth.
That's Huckleberry. He lived in caves of the earth. Read on.
And in the rocks.
And in the rocks, mountainous regions. Read on.
Verse 7. Among the bushes they brayed.
Among the bushes they brayed. You know what? Brayed like a donkey. They didn't have a developed speech or language or tongue. Read on.
Under the nettles they were gathered together.
The nettles are thorns. Prickly thorns. That's where they were gathered together because it was cold. And that's why the Lord gave them that hairy skin. Right. They were so hairy, it looked like bear fur or like a goat skin. So they were huddled together because they didn't even know how to make clothes. Read on.
Verse 8. They were children of fools.
They were children of fools. And you can see that today. Every invention you see came out of the mind of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Camouflage came out of the mind of the Gadites. Right? Every weaponry that Esau has in his military is named after a Gadite. The Apache helicopter, the Tomahawk. Read on.
Yea, children of base men.
Base men. Base desires, homosexuality, bestiality, pornography, rape, rob, murder. They want you to say unalive, but in this context, murder. That's the white man. That's our oppressor. Vile people. Vile. How you know they're vile? You seen an ICE agent put his knee in the back of a pregnant Latino sister and dragged her by her feet in the snow. They are vile. That's a vile act. Right. That's vile. White supremacy is vile. Right. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians fought in every war in the United States. And you want to erase their history? That's vile. What were the Gadites called? The wind talkers. They were the one that developed the code to pass messages so it wouldn't get intercepted by the enemy to help the United States military. And in 2025, you want to be vile and erase their contribution to your military? Charlie Kirk was talking out of the side of his neck and he got shot in the side of his neck. No pun intended. Right? And he said that he was scared of black pilots. But then once he said that, the Lord is not mocked. What happened after that? Right. All these planes is falling out of the sky. This week, 2 helicopters crashed somewhere. I guess were those pilots DEI pilots? I want to know. Apparently, because the black pilots are not allowed to fly, according to Charlie Kirk. Well, not according to Charlie Kirk, because he's, like Officer Yedai, I like to say, he's on the ground looking up, which is just a joke because hell is a condition on the earth. Right. When you die, you're in the grave. You just go back to the spirit world and you're at rest. Right. You understand? Is that on that? Give me some more. Is there more in Job?
Come, son.
They were viler than the earth.
Come. That's what. Come. Yea, children of base men, they were viler than the earth. And verse 9. And now I there sings like a song. Yea, I am their byword.
Yeah, and now they're talking about us like we know about it. Now Huckleberry's on Facebook or social media. And that's why the Commanding General YAHANNA had to give him some act right. And it was so masterful what they like this guy, he's a January 6th traitor to the United States government. He's a traitor. Nobody should give this guy a platform or air. We're just airing him out because we want to show the hypocrisy of the white man and that they are liars.
Right.
We ran the world while you was in the caves. Now in 2025, you want to get on Facebook and talk junk? I'll be your huckleberry. How about that? So let's get back to the reading. Salaki. So anytime you see any of these Edomites running their mouth, man, they was in the caves only a couple years ago. We read it, and it's documented in the Bible. We read in the book of Genesis 36, then we read in Obadiah, and then Priest Mathumia went all the way back into the book of Job. It's documented.
Right.
The dark ages where dark men ruled the earth. All the greatest men in the Middle Ages, in the dark ages, were what? Black people. That's why it's called the dark ages. So at what point in history did the oppressor become great? Because they sure didn't build America. Because when you read off all the great black inventions, it's how you build a society. Who built the railroad? They want to say Moab. No, it was free labor. Black people built that. The technology to build it came out of the mind of black people. So when we say black people literally built America, we built it for free. Not just physically with our brawn, but also with our mind power.
Right.
We're better than you. We're better than everybody on the earth. Why? This Bible, God said so.
Right.
Let's read that real quick upside by Deuteronomy 7 and 6 and get back into the reading.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
For thou art an holy, a separate. That's what holy means. The Lord made Israel. He made all nations on the earth, and he separated us. By what? By giving. That's what separates us. When you see how we live, how we clean, how we fly, because we're the chosen people of God. Thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
God chose us. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee. Who's the thee? The nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Read on.
To be a special people.
To be a what?
Special people.
Blacks are special people. Latinos are special people. Native Indians are special people. Do you know what the name of the Mexican is in Hebrew? I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
Or YAHANNA. You know what that means? He is higher. Do you know what that means? And you could drop a so-called Mexican anywhere on the earth, and in any industry, he's going to excel. Right. You realize that?
Right.
You put the Latino in construction, them Negroes could do tiling. You're like, wait a minute. Did you have any formal training? It's like they were born knowing how to be masons. Yeah, 2 Mexicans, they could tile a whole bathroom in a week. Hospitality, running a hotel. I.S.U.P.K's in the kitchen cooking the food. I.S.U.P.K's at the front desk being the maitre d'. I.S.U.P.K's the ones folding and turning down the bed service. I.S.U.P.K's the ones vacuuming the carpets and keeping the hotel clean.
Right.
The Mexicans, you put them in any industry, they excel. You see, I seen a house being built in my neighborhood, all I.S.U.P.Kites. They carpenters, they electricians, even the dudes putting in the goddamn asphalt in the driveway. I.S.U.P.K's putting asphalt. But thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Not to mention the Negro, the black man, Black American. We fought for all the civil rights for all the heathens to come into America. Not to mention all the inventions. Then all the other 12 tribes, the food from the Caribbean. All right, you know, everybody loved Benjamin food. Everybody loved I.S.U.P.K food. And don't sleep on Levi with that black rice. What's goat in Creole? Was it tasso? I don't want to say grill. Grill swine, right? So no, that tasso, that fried goat. Right? So we are special people. Read on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We're better than you. That's how we can say that. It's in the Bible. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are better than everybody on the face of We are better than you. I take my glasses, I'll look you right in the eye. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are better than every nation on the earth.
Right.
Officer Matamia, real quick, give me Isaiah 40 and 15, Baba Kusha. Let's prove it.
Isaiah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 14. With whom?
No, it's still 17, Slaki.
Verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing.
The other nation outside of the nation of Israel are what?
Or as nothing.
So nothing is less than something, right? So we're chosen by God. That means we're better than all nations. Do I need to keep reading scriptures? Officer I just read Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Officer Madamian is reading what Isaiah said. Read it again.
Come. All nations before him are as nothing.
The white man is nothing. The African is nothing. The Chinese and the Japanese are nothing. The Arabs are nothing. The Polynesians are nothing. The Aborigines of Australia, which are the brothers to the Polynesian, are nothing. The East Indians are nothing. Read on.
Come. And they are counted to him less than nothing.
And they are less than, what's less than nothing? The Most I said, Officer Batamian, that they're nothing, but they even less than nothing. Read on.
And vanity.
And vanity, vain. They vain. So we shouldn't even be listening to them. Why would I go into Islam? It's vain, it means nothing. It's a rock. Read on.
Come, verse 18. To whom then will ye liken God?
Right. He said, God seeing the nations are nothing. So who are you going to compare the Most High to? Buddha? You can't compare our God, because in our records, the Most High unalived all our Hamites, the Egyptians, for our freedom. That's what you're going to do to those persons, so-called white men. Same thing. Let's get back to the reading. We left off at
Numbers.
7 and we was at 47, right?
Yeah, we're at 48 now.
Okay, so we're going to go 48. If you could, Officer Bob, we still got a little bit of time. We're going to knock out some more reading.
Come. Oh, my turn? Slow. It is my turn. Or is it yours?
I'm not sure.
No, it's back on Officer Matami. I gave back on because I just finished reading. Yeah, I read 47.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 7, verse 48 in the Hebrew. By Yawam, Hashaba, Ya'aya, Nasha, Ya'a, Labunya, Abarayim, Allah, Yasha, Mai, Bun, Aima, Hawad, verse 48. I'm not 48, 49. Korab Bun Nawab, Kwa I Rath, Asap, Akkad, Shalashim, Wama'a, Masha Kwala, Mazarak, Akkad, Kasap, Shabayim, Shakwal, Shakwal, Hakwadash, Shanya, Mala, Ayam, Salath, Balawala, Bashaman, La Mana Ka, verse 50. Ka Akath Aisha Ra Zahab Mala'a Quata Rath, verse 51. Para, Akkad, Bun, Bakwar, Ayal, Akkad, Kabash, Akkad, Bun, Shanathawa, La'ila, verse 52. Sha'ayar, Zayum, Akkad, Laka, Ta'ath, verse 53. Wala Zabak, Shalamayim, Bakwar, Shanyum, Ayalam, Kamasha, Athadium, Kamasha, Kabashium, Bunya, Shana, Kamasha, Zah, Karabun, Layum, Shamai, Bun, Maya, Hawad, Pa, verse 54. Bun Yawam, Shama, Yanya, Nasha, Ya'a, Labanya, Manasha, Gamalaya, Ya'al, Bun, Pada, Tazawar. Is that the end of it?
That was it.
Come on, there. The one.
This is the book of Numbers, the 7 and verse 48. On the seventh day, Elishama, the son of Ammihud, prince of the children of Ephraim, offered. Verse 49. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of flour, of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. Verse 50. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of
Here we go
incense.
again. So he had this brother right here had a silver spoon. Then he came back with a golden spoon.
Right.
Not only did he have that, but he had flour. How do you make flour? You got to have wheat.
Right.
Show you the wealth this brother had. He had the gold and silver, and he had fields where he could grow wheat, where he could make his own flour to give to the priest.
Right.
What we're reading about? A government. Never let nobody tell you that we don't have a government, that we're not building a government, and that we're not a nation, or the nation of Israel never existed. Tell that to them Hamites over there in Egypt that seeing their whole country look like a goddamn dust bowl. Tumbleweeds floating through it. How come they haven't built those pyramids again then? What great empire or civilization these dirty Hamites ever built? With all that gold they got over there. Look at Africa today. Yeah, they got some cities that's developed and all that. So I ain't going to say that they don't have no development over there, but they can't even run their countries. We know we have the oppressor in the Caribbean oppressing our people in the Caribbean, but y'all got oil, y'all got all the mineral resources, and y'all living like y'all still in the Stone Ages.
If it wasn't for all them celebrities giving all their money to Africa, they wouldn't be anything. They really wouldn't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oprah giving Africa all her money, man.
Right. Oprah, what's this dude? Ludacris, right? Samuel Jackson, all these people going over there to go back to Ghana. Go back to Ghana. Right? Go back to where? People that sold us to slavery? Right. Anthony Joshua is Nigerian. He went over there. They told me the bodies was laying on the floor. One of them with his cabeza decapitated. You know, cabeza is his head decapitated. The Hebrew word for head is what? Rash. And they telling you to go back over there? Wait, they don't even have it together? Nah, I'm gonna stay where we built, where our forefathers built. No person can't tell blacks and Latinos to leave America. We built this. This is stolen land. They came out of the caves and came over and stole this. And it was no great feat because why? We entreated you with kindness when the Gadites encountered you. And because you was a vile bastard, what you did? You gave them chemical warfare. You gave them diseases to weaken the population. And then you use your weapons against them. But it wasn't only you. It was the hand of the Lord. Why am I giving you credit? You was just a vehicle and a tool. You were the useful idiot that the Lord used to conquer his people. The Most High even said it. By a foolish nation, I will bring you to jealousy.
Right.
The Most High called here said, listen, man, Esau's a fool. This man's up in the cave, picking the lice out of his wife's back and eating it. Eating out of the skulls of his dead relatives. In the other room, having sex with the animals, with the sheep and the goats. That's what they were doing up in them caves. And again, we didn't learn our lesson. We went up there and recruited Esau to put him in our military to build up our ranks. And the Lord used them again to overthrow us. If you didn't know how they got out of the caves, yes, we went in the caves and we got them to join our ranks. And it was black on black violence. Who was the black on black violence? You had the British or the Britons fighting against the Burgundies. Who were the Burgundies? Those were the French. And at the same time, as we're fighting each other, black on black crime, we had to go defend Jerusalem from Saladin and those dirty Arabs. And while we were fighting the British versus the French, the British versus Saladin and the raghead Arabs, the children of Ishmael, Esau was in our ranks. But also, too, we was wicked as a nation, and we turned our back against our God. Right. So God used the wicked, as he says, which is his sword. And they rose to power because we taught them how to fight. And then you have what? The Renaissance. When the caveman got civilized, and then the Lord used him to conquer us. Right. And that's how you have Irishmen in the Caribbean. You understand? That's how we got destroyed. Right. After the Renaissance. And the Renaissance, they gave us Caesar Borgias, and the rest is, as they say, history. It was a wrap for our people. Then they started coming over here after they conquered Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because that was the French. They came to the shores of New I.S.U.P.K. Was that America? Documented in the Apocrypha. They came to the American shores, and they did what? They encountered Gad. Gad didn't treat them with kindness, but because he's a vile bastard, he used chemical warfare and all the skills we taught him how to war when we was in the Dark Ages. And then the Lord used them to conquer the tribe of Gad. How you know that, Officer Ibai? Because the Lord said none of the words in his mouth go what? Void. Right. He prophesied through our forefather Jacob that what? Let's get it. Genesis 49. Gad, a troop shall overcome him. What is that troop? The American cavalry. When you get Gad. So this is a brief history lesson because I want to refute what this idiot Huckleberry, Justin, I don't want to say his name, Huckleberry. Read chapter and verse about
yeah. This is the book of Genesis, 49 verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
Did the white man do it of himself, or does God did that? Don't give this devil no credit. The Lord used a useful tool. He was the useful idiot that God used to conquer his people. Read it again.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
How did this troop overcome the tribe of Gad? God made it happen. God made it happen. So all you nations and all these people, blackity blacks running around, there's no records of the Israelites. There's no records of the Israelites. And the white man's a caveman. How did he conquer you? God. You can see today. Even in our lowest state, they can't see us in our worst state. Right? I bet you there could be a homeless Jake on the street and he encountered one officer. What do you got to do? You got to grab his radio. officer need assistance, and he got to call his boys. And it takes what? 20 cops to bring down one brother. Right? And then we see on social media all these missing Black and Latino and Native Indian children, because why? The oppressor's vile, so they jump in their pickup truck and they pick on the weak. They pick on our women and our children. So that's how that ICE agent could put his knee in the back of a pregnant Israelite woman. That's how a vile Edomite could kill a 12-year-old Tamir Rice.
Right.
That's how a vile Edomite, George Zimmerman, could kill a 19-year-old Trayvon Martin. That's how a vile caveman could kill Eleanor Bumpers, an 87-year-old grandmother in New York City. Blew her head off with a shotgun. These are vile people. That's how they fed our children to alligators. And these are the people that's going to tell us about justice? These people that ripped open the Black woman's womb and ripped the child out of her womb and then fed it to alligators? These the people that went and had a picnic at a lynching? Right. That had their little kids looking at a naked Black man's body swinging from a tree? And that child see his father cut the Black man's members off, namely his penis, his genitals, and put it in his pocket as a goddamn souvenir? And these in 2025, these bastards is going to tell Black people about violence. Per capita. And let's dispel this mess. We are not 13% of the population. That is a flat out lie. Officer Abba, get me right on this. How could we, the Lord, tell Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that we are the sand of the sea? Right? Officer Matamian, maybe the math is not mathing to me. Right. We've been 13% of the population for 250 years. Right? We're in 2026, right? And they're gonna celebrate commemorate the 250th year of the American government. How long we been here when we're 13% of the population? We're not having children? We're not having children. That's what you're trying to tell me. Listen, Black people are so ill. We was in the throes of hardcore shadow slavery. We were still getting married and getting it in. Did Black people have children in slavery? Over to Matamian? So you mean to tell me we're getting our backflip and we still getting a rocket in the bedroom? And in 2026, we're 13% of the population. I refuse to believe that. We are not a minority in this country. We are the majority. Look at the Puerto Rican woman. Do you know the Puerto Rican woman? If you make eye contact with her, she get pregnant. I'm just being facetious. But that's what a Puerto Rican is. Biblically, their name is Ephraim. Right. Aparayim. He is fruitful. You look at a Puerto Rican woman, you make eye contact, it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? So that's just Ephraim. You see what I.S.U.P.K do. Not to mention Judah. You're gonna tell us we're 13% of the population? That don't make no sense. But we built this country. Right. We built this country. And the Lord is going to destroy it for how they treat us. Like I said, a vile man. So we're reading about our government. So don't let nobody ever tell you or try to convince you that we're not smart enough, because we built everything. Everything you hear is propaganda and lies. Propaganda and lies. Like I said, we just read it out of the Bible. They just came out of the cave 600 years ago. Right. And it's not hard to believe, because America is only 250 years old. Right. Right or wrong? Right. So prior to that, 350 years, it was only 350 years prior to that, they was in the caves. So don't let them convince you we're the most violent per capita. Hey, that's why the Lord shut Charlie Kirk's mouth. He's not here to run his filthy mouth no more, vile mouth, telling lies. Right. The Lord shut his mouth. Well, the scripture says, the proof of that is what? Against the children of Israel shall not a goddamn dog move his tongue. And that's what Charlie Kirk was, a goddamn dog. How you know that? Because Christ called a white woman a dog. Right. They're a nation of dogs. See everything I say, I'm justified in the scriptures. Charlie Kirk was a goddamn dog spewing lies.
Right.
Tune in Sundays at 4 p.m. in Captain Shapar when he be bringing out all these inventions, man.
Right.
Show the great works our people. We built this country, man. We're the chosen people of God. We're reading about how we created a government in the scriptures. You understand? Don't let the propaganda fool you, man. The villain in this story is our oppressor.
Right.
And all these heathen nations. When the Lord said they sold a boy for a harlot and a girl for a barrel of wine, guess what that the Aki spot is? That's how they sell us. That's how they sell us. You understand? When you see more so-called Aki spots than you do see a bodega, that's how you know. You see all these Chinese restaurants in the hood, and you don't see no Chinese people. Wait a minute. Officer Mathumya in Trenton, how many Chinese restaurants you see? Thousands, right?
Yes, a lot.
How many Chinese people you see living in your neighborhood? No, not one. So how they have their business, but you don't see them there? Isn't that curious? Thousands of business, and it doesn't reflect the community. The business owners don't look like nobody in the community. The businesses, the people that the name of the business is in, you don't even see them represented in your community. That's how we were sold. That's how we were sold. When you see black women going to get hair care products and they buying it from the heathen, from Moab, the children of Moab, and Ammon and Elam, that's how they sold us. They sold Joel. They sold a boy for a harlot and a girl for a barrel of wine. So they did to us. Moses said, this is a nation robbed and spoiled. But the Lord is showing you, you don't have to be spoiled no more. You don't have to be robbed. Robbed of what? Your identity. Now we're claiming it back. I seen a white woman on social media saying Jesus is black. She had a whole breakdown. I ain't watched the video, but I read the note and it says, I'm going to prove that Jesus is black. The U.P.K. been doing that since 69.
Right.
So you're going to start seeing a lot of our talking points on social media. But don't rely on social media. As you tune into these classes, get into the habit of physically coming into these classes. Today's a Sabbath service. This should be standing room only. The Lord is working. We see the prophecy. The scripture says, Paul said, watch as well as pray. Don't sleep as other men sleep. Doesn't that show you that the Bible is a black book?
Right.
What's Paul telling us? Yo, son, don't sleep. Don't sleep on the Most High. It says, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the last days. What happened in the days of Noah? Were they marrying, giving in marriage, partying until it started raining? Then the party was over. They're itching to put their finger on that button.
Right.
I remember back in the 90s, I was telling my Rick, High Priest Yeshaya said who was the president? It was Gorbachev, right? Gorbachev was that dude that had the birthmark on his head. And then after Gorbachev, during the time of what's that cowboy? The movie actor? Ronald Reagan. So it was Gorbachev, and after Gorbachev was another idiot, drunk named what was his name? Boris Yeltsin. Right? During the 90s, Boris Yeltsin was the president of Russia. And head priest Yeshaya said, there's a man, and this is how you know this is the truth. Because at the time, head priest Yeshaya was in U.P.K, 1 West. And he said, there's a man in Russian government at the time. Vladimir Putin was working in the Russian CIA, a version of the CIA, right? And head priest Yeshaya said, there's a man in the Russian government that's going to take over. And he's going to literally turn Russia. And he said, he's going to be the one to put the hooks in Russia's jaw and turn them back to communism. And guess what? He was right. And since that time, who's been there? Vladimir Putin. How many elections they have and he's still there? You understand? That's how you know 1 West. I.S.U.P.K. 1 West is the home of the truth.
Right.
This is the home of the truth. You need to get into this body. When I say body, meaning join your nation. We're building a nation in here. Just like how Moses and Aaron did it back then, as we read in the book of Numbers, so shall it be in the last days.
Right.
And the I.S.U.P.K is that brand, that acronym you could trust in.
Right.
Because it's been here since 69. Never wavered, always imitated, never duplicated. This is the home of the truth. That's why when you go on social media and you see debates, nobody debates the UPK. They find one of them off-brand niggas because they know they what? They're easy work. Them niggas is light work because they're not the truth. So they could make a mockery of them. This is the home of the truth. So you need to get into this body. You need to get into this body. You need to start paying your tithes, because your tithes is what builds a nation. You need finances to build a nation. I'm not going to go on my rant about finance, but I hope you pay attention. I hope you learn from these classes. You know, anybody preachers got anything to add?
Oh, yeah, don't come. What's on Christ? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I mean? And that's about it. So.
All right. So, first time I beat Officer I.B.A to the punch. It is literally 11:45. The time is upon us, right, Officer I.B.A? Usually, Officer I.B.A got to give me an elbow. War. Cállate. Cállate la boca. You shut your mouth. Ferme la bouche. Right? It would be in Hebrew. La'ah debar. La'ah is no speaking. La'ah debar. Let's just use that for now until I get the right phrasing in that. Right? So with that, we bring the service to a close. Any questions in the chat, Officer Batamiyat?
Check right now.
Yeah, man. Don't let these heathens tell you nothing, man. These conservatives, these MAGA people, it's just slander, man. The caveman can never be better than you. That's your own. They call you a nigger. Hey, I'd rather be a nigger than a caveman. You understand? You know what happened in them caves. If you get a chance, and if it's still streaming, look up that movie Quest for Fire. Watch Quest for Fire. I had a fifth grade teacher, Mr. Schwartz. He was fascinated by it, and he used to make us watch that goddamn movie. It's called A Quest for Fire. There's 3 movies: Quest for Fire, Clan of the Cave Bear, and 10,000 BC. Watch those movies. That's about the oppressor. That's the white man's history. The caves. Anytime you see a caveman, even those little silly ones that came out of Disney, the Croods and those type of movies, that's our oppressor. They captain cave. You understand? You read about the Neanderthal, they want to tell you the earth is 500 million billion. Nah, I don't think so. Because if you really do the math, from the time of Adam till now, you don't get millions and billions of years. At least if you go by biblical terms, 1 day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is 1 day to the Lord. Right. So all I know, when I read it, God created the earth in 7 days. That could be 7 literal days, or it could be 7,000 years.
Right.
So if you go with the 7,000 year narrative, from the time of creation till now, I don't get millions of years. Is the math mathing? You understand? Is the math mathing? It's not mathing to me.
Right.
The earth is not that old. Dinosaurs and men. You know what? This came from the UPK. So I want to go on the record and document it. We brought out that man and dinosaur coexisting. Is the dinosaur what Esau showing you in his museums? No, that's the figurative of the imagination. We think Jeremiah Hyman brought that out, that the word dinosaur was figurative of some Edomite invention. They really don't know. Scriptures just call them great whales.
Right.
And beasts.
Right.
Beasts could be anything. You understand? So man and dinosaurs coexisted. Common sense would tell you it's not written in the scripture, so guess what? We can't go into conjecture. But could a T-Rex fit on the ark? Could a T-Rex fit on the ark? So it's safe to say that the T-Rex didn't survive the flood of Noah? That's just me. That's just my conjecture. That's not teacher's doctrine. But I just say man and dinosaur coexisted. What happened to the dinosaur? The Lord will reveal that.
Right.
You understand? But a lot of these concepts came out of the UPK. the understanding of Genesis and the creation story.
Right.
People think that the Bible is anti-science. The Bible is a science book.
Right.
You understand? It's a science book. It tells you when a woman's body is on her cycle, she's on her flower, she's unclean. Why? Biologically, it proves, science proves that the body is rejecting the old egg that wasn't fertilized, and the blood got to push that egg out of the uterus for a new egg to come into the uterus. Right. That's biology. Right. In the Bible, when she's on the time of her uncleanness. It's in the Bible. What to eat, what not to eat. Right? Mm-hmm. That's the science of diet. So I'm just going to belabor the point. I just wanted to, bring on to say, man, this is the home of the truth, man. Stay in here, man. You want to learn? Come in here. There's men way more learned than me. I'm just adding my 2 cents with the knowledge the Lord gave me. Priest I Officer Mathamian. You understand? So with that, we're going to end the class, the service. Hey, listen, as I'm talking to you, I'm learning too. The download is coming from the Most High. Oversight by they don't understand. Sometimes that you're thinking I'm just talking because of stuff I know. No, I'm getting the download. Just like what the proof of that is, more the Lord told Moses to go speak to the people, and Moses had a speech impairment. And the Lord says, think not what thou should say. Take Aaron with thee, and he will be with thee to thee instead of a mouth. Then you go in the New Testament, Christ said, I will give you a mouth in wisdom that none of your adversary will be able to gainsay. Then Paul came back and said, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy saying. And we prove that today. I could say without no hesitation, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians is better than any nation on the earth. Why? Thus saith the Lord God. Right. And with that, we end the class. Men appear at Madium. Men of Israel, a Madium to salute the Torah. One first. That's like we gotta wipe this down.
YAHANNA, which means to Israel.
So far. All right, men of Israel, I Madium to salute the Torah. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
All right, sisters, I Madium. Wasar Wapanya Hakodam. Stand, turn, and face the east.
All right. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka. Yahweh.
Lakufka.
Ba'a.
Batazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah.
Kawa. Hayah.
Shemayim.
Bashemayim.
Betonah.
Become.
Ka. Yawun.
Yawun.
Wasalakna.
Wasalakna.
Kabawafna.
Kasalakna.
Kabawafina.
Wafina.
Wala'a. Kabaya'anwa.
Kabaya'ina.
Banasayawun.
Banasayawun.
Abo. Abashayinu.
Abashayinu.
Mayud. Rock. Kayud.
Kaya.
Baka.
Baka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Allah.
Wala'ala.
Kapara.
Kapara.
Babalum.
Babalum.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
from
evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the
and the
kingdom,
power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever so be.
forever so be it.
Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Baba Kushar.
Baba Kushar.
Matananaw.
Matananaw.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Larapa'a.
Larapa'a.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Larapa'a.
Larapa'a.
Kamakala.
Kamakala.
Kamarawa.
Kamadawa. Hakat.
That's a whore.
That's a whore.
Amatazariah.
Amatazariah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahakoyu.
Lahakoyu.
Hamathi.
Hamathi.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Awakawa.
Awakawa.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
Lagar Shud.
Lagar Shud.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Shem Yahushua.
Wa'amun.
What a month.
The power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of
In the name
Yahushua.
of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you, so be it.
Prayer for the blessings of Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Barakunaw.
Barakunaw.
Bagaswala.
Wajah
Bagas support.
Yahweh support.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Shem Yahushua.
The water Amun.
What a month.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And
And
Israel.
Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you, so be it.
Power source of blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah
Yahweh.
Yahushua.
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 Wama
Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Matasa bi'ah.
Matazabiyah.
Alawat Yahan.
Yahan.
Alawat.
Alawat.
Hasarani.
Hasarani.
Akwat Zayel.
Zayel.
Bakal Yayel.
Kayayel.
Bahakwat.
Bahakwat.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
The water Amun.
Power structure blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless
Bless
you,
you,
Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Yahushua.
The generals.
Generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the name
Yahushua.
of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
So be it. Psalms 121 prayer in the Hebrew. Asa.
Asa.
Ayonya.
Ayonya.
Alayo.
Ahorim.
Ahorim.
Ma'ayel.
Ma'ayel.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Exhort.
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 An.
Ma'ay.
Ho.
Yahweh.
Exa.
Exa.
Shamayo.
Shamayo.
Wa'aratza.
Wa'aratza.
Ayatun.
Ayatun.
Number what?
Number what?
Gagauka.
Gagauka.
Ayana wo.
Ayana wo.
Tamarka.
Tamarka.
Nala'a.
Nala'a.
Yana wo.
Yana wo.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Ayasun.
Ayasun.
Show more.
Show more.
That's about.
That's your Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
That's Shamarka.
That's your marker.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yaminka.
Yamninka.
Yawamud.
Yawamud.
Hashema.
Ashama.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Kaka.
Ayara.
Bayra.
Alayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
That's more.
That's more.
Makara.
Kalbai.
That's more.
That's more.
That's Afka.
That's Akka.
Sorry. Afna Pascha.
After Pascha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
That's more.
That's more.
That's Afka.
That's Akka.
Wa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Athar.
Right there. 124 Psalms in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I
hills.
will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Help them from
Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He would not suffer thy foot to be
You
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not
will
slumber.
not slumber.
Behold,
Behold.
he that keepeth
He
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
I was thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
I shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
Sun shall not smite thee by
nor
day,
the moon by night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Thou shalt preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy
Thou
soul.
shalt preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Thou shalt preserve thy going out.
and thy coming in
coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth.
and even forevermore.
Even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Al-Yalaka.
Al-Yalaka.
Al-Takarak.
Al-Takarosh.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al-Fayana.
Al-Kayahana.
Abu-Yabika.
Abu-Yabika.
Yahamagabun.
Yahamayawar.
Ra'as. Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ayagamba.
Yahweh.
Sawadat.
Sawadat.
Ayatah.
Ayatah.
Al-Tasawar.
Al-Tazawar.
Al-Tasapawanyaka.
Al-Tazawar.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Wakawak.
Wakawak.
Wanakakiru.
Wanakakiru.
Wakoya.
Wala
That's a car.
That's the
car.
car.
Some Yashabala.
Some Yashala.
I will die.
I would die.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Number I to the wall.
Number I to the wall.
Ba.
Labba.
The Kadwa.
Sadwa.
Ayaka.
Alika.
Waya.
Warrior.
The Rakwa.
Rakwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
On the wall.
On the wall.
I got some Aliyu.
Watch my
Our
Aliyah.
Abba.
Our Abba.
Our Gory.
Gory.
The ball.
ball.
Why am I one?
Why?
I'm a lot.
I'm a lot.
I'm a shot.
I'm a shot.
I'm your Shabbat.
You're Shabbat.
Like a war.
War.
Masha war.
Masha war.
Alawa.
Alawa.
Moon.
Mug.
Like a war.
War.
Zerawat.
Zerawat.
The Banya Lawat.
Banya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Like Shalahah.
Shalom.
Madyan.
Madyan.
That's a year.
Yeah.
Zerawat.
Wow.
Like Gabin.
Gabin.
And a cow.
Cow.
But that's one.
That's one.
That's a mad one.
Shemad.
But I got the Iraq.
Bayan Dara.
How you word.
What?
The man.
Man.
God Dama.
That-
So you tumba.
Tumba.
The Dagamawa.
Yeah.
Iraq. Because of Abba. Because of Pop.
Because of pop.
Because of Zah.
Because
And
Zah.
an eye.
And the eye.
How not see you come one.
How not see you come one.
A show.
Sure.
A more one.
More.
Like for sure.
And a shot.
Another what?
And the what?
Ah. No what?
what?
Allah how you.
Yeah.
Allah how you.
Yeah.
So you come one.
So you come one.
Gabala.
Gabala.
What?
The what?
Penny of a car.
Put your car.
Ah.
Ah.
So the area.
Area.
What color her blood?
Color
hot.
Salah.
How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Car.
Car.
So a duck
Oh,
man.
duck man.
What's the Erica?
What's the Erica?
What's the Sa?
What's the
What's the Paka? Double hello. Color ah. Panya home.
Yeah.
Color one.
What?
What you bequest for?
Bequest for.
Some car.
Some
The
car.
house.
The house.
The bus for.
Bashwa.
Panya home.
Panya.
Sorry. Color one.
Color
What
one.
you bequest for?
Bequest
Some
for.
car.
Some
The
car.
house.
The
The
house.
bus for.
The bus
What
for.
you behawa.
What you
I
behawa.
I.
The
What you kapara.
What you
What you
kapara.
abad.
What you
What
abad.
you die what?
Why die?
I got a third. Some car.
Some
The
car.
house.
Yeah.
The back. Sorry. The back car.
Back car.
Other one.
Other one.
Okay.
Psalms 83, English translation. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And be
peace.
not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Although thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
And
people.
consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us cut them off.
let us cut them off.
For being a nation.
Be a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
is no more remembered.
For they have consulted
They
together.
have consulted together.
What could say?
What to say?
They are confederate against
They are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacle of
The
Edom.
Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes.
The Moab.
Moab.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
A shore also joined with
A
them.
show also joined with them.
They have opened the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of God.
Salah.
Salah.
Who unto them?
Who unto them?
As unto the
As
Midianites.
unto the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
Sarah.
As to Jabez.
The bed.
At the brook of
The
Kison.
book of Esau.
Which perished in Endor.
Which perished in Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
Became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
They were like a red.
And nights yea.
Like the earth.
Yea.
Yeah.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Abba.
As Abba.
And as Amuna.
And as Amuna.
Who say,
He said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the house of the Most
the
High.
house of the Most High.
Their possession.
And possession.
Oh my
Oh, my
power.
power.
Make them like a
Make
wheel.
them like a
Like a
wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
Fire burns the
And as
wood.
the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
Flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
Don't persecute them.
with thy tempest.
Thy temple.
And make them
Make
afraid
them afraid.
with thy
With
storm.
thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame.
their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy
That
name.
they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Let them be confounded
Let them be confounded.
and trouble forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to
Let
shame.
them be put to shame.
Perish.
And perish.
That men may know
Men may know
that thou,
that
whose name alone
His name alone
is
is
Yahweh,
Jehovah.
art the most high
Art the Most High.
of all the earth.
Oh, yours. Let's be honest.
This is the blessings for the curses of our enemies. Repeat after me. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh,
In the name of
Yahweh Shah.
Baba Kushah,
Baruch Shah.
listen to us now,
To us now.
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen. That speak against us. Like prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the schools. And evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasures of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nation. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues. And armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Kamatazi. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army Navy. Air Force Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. The cable access channel. The radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen that stand in the way. Or try to stop us. Broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. The earth. And consume them. Let the plague take the house of the thief. And the murderer. Let Yahushua. Like Gabriel. Come down with the flying saucer. And punish all. The heathen. That come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That it is the angel that have done it. Cause it to be spread. Media. To the whole world. Cause them to shake. Thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sar, it's your turn. Being standing. This is Yeshabium. Men of Israel, we're going to give each other a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, hey, Madium Shabbat, hey, Madium, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat Kadom. Yajimatal, Sar, Shemim turn, face the sisters, it is Madium. Yamadium Shabbat is your right hand clasped over your left hand, your head covered in bow, and your feet at a 45-degree angle. You repeat the salute back to us. Man of Israel, Madium Shabbat, Madium, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Tamba, Shem Yahushua. Yajimatal, class dismissed.
Didn't get no.
Just three of us.